What is good, everybody? Sawsome Gaming, and I want to ask the question, is Scent Block OP? And I want you to write in the comments your opinion on the matter, especially in Lethal Zone. Now, I'm just an average player. I make a lot of mistakes. I hang in there. I know the basics of the game. I know some advanced tips, but by and large, I'm an average player. And here's what I've found. You already knew Scent Block causes zombies and even large hordes to totally ignore you. In Lethal Zone, it has seemed like a few times some of them have targeted me, and I know I didn't touch them, and I haven't quite figured out why. But there you can see, like that guy, he totally ignored me while I was going to town on the Plague Heart. I was smacking the heck out of it, and he was just standing there watching. The other thing I've noticed, and maybe it's been true for a while and I just missed it, that does happen sometimes, is that the scent block seems to affect my follower as well. A lot of times if I'm going to a dangerous area, a place with a lot of zombies or a tricky Plague Heart to knock out, I'll hire a follower from another enclave. And what I'm noticing is that he or she will also seem to be covered by the scent block. Put in the comments if that's true or if I'm mistaken, but we'll see here in a moment. My follower will be shooting the Plague Heart, I'll be in the other room, and the zombies will be totally ignoring him. I'll point that out when it comes up. I've also noticed that if you're shooting, just bullet spamming the Plague Heart, zombies will tend to spawn right on top of you. And here's that spot I told you about where you see him in the background. He's shooting the Plague Heart and they're not even looking at him. So he's clearly being affected by my scent block. And like I was saying just a moment ago, if you're bullet spamming the Plague Heart and you're standing still, the zombies will spawn right on top of you and they will attack you. So I found it to be less likely for that to happen if I'm moving forward as I'm bullet spamming. So if you're that guy just unloading with a 45 or a 5.56, be moving towards the Plague Heart. It'll minimize that risk of them spawning right on top of you. If you're going melee with heavy weapon, that's a pretty good combo with the scent block, as if one does spawn right next to you, you're probably gonna hit him before you even know he was there. It's a little bit safer. I do feel like scent block is OP. Nice. Now, ferals will still target you. Juggernauts will still target you. But the best thing to do is get out into the open, as you see here, and you can pick apart that feral while the rest of the zombies ignore you. It's a whole lot easier, especially if you have snap aiming. So I like to go in, do some damage on the Plague Heart. As soon as I hear that feral spawn in, I jump out into the yard. All those other zombies are ignoring me because of the scent block, like these two idiots here, just totally ignoring me. And it's a lot easier to take care of that feral, or if there's triple ferals, escape to the vehicle, something like that. Now, it does cost quite a bit to get scent block in Lethal Zone. If you're paying for them yourself, you don't have a friend dropping them off for you. If you have a friend dropping them off, it's a no-brainer. Oh, look at that head fly, that was sweet. But if you're making them yourself, which I was for the most part in this game, I only had a couple through most of my playthrough, they're 25 samples to make just 3 scent blocks. Now, I may have a character or trait or ability that makes them less. You may have someone in your community that's making it easier or more affordable. Let me know in the comments, is 25 samples for 3 scent blocks the going rate? Is that normal? That's what I'm getting. And you may say, wow, that is really expensive, but think about it this way. That's about 8 samples per scent block. If I can take a scent block, and in Lethal Zone, a lot of times the Plague Hearts are close to one another. If I can knock out 2 Plague Hearts with 1 scent block, that's gonna yield me probably 8 or 9, maybe 10 samples back, maybe 7, but I'm gonna get my money back there. So that's a good deal. I knocked out 2 Plague Hearts and I get back what I paid in, so I say it's worth it. I do believe scent block is OP. I almost think it makes it too easy to knock them out. It's never easy in Lethal Zone, don't get me wrong. But of all the ways I've found to knock them out, using scent block, heavy weapon, bringing a follower, seems to be OP, even at that high price of 25 samples per 3 scent blocks. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know your experience with it in Lethal Zone. It also only gives me about 25 to 30% infection. I think that's good. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and we're gonna keep on gaming straight through the apocalypse.